Chinedu Ukabam. My label is called Chinedesign, and I am also the founder of School Freak, which is a traveling pop-up shop featuring made in Africa entrepreneurs and African-inspired fashion. I got started in fashion actually as a fluke. I designed T-shirts to promote an album. My MC name is I+I. The album was called Love Like Music, and I designed shirts to promote the album, and we wore them at shows. And at the first show we wore them, we got quite a good response. People were asking where they could buy it. So I took orders on the spot, even though I didn't know how I was going to reproduce the shirts. But cut a long story short, we sold about 300 T-shirts in less than 2 months. So I knew that I was onto something special. And the next question was about when my fashion show was going to be. And I made up a date, and that I thought was far enough in the future. And as people actually really took it seriously, I had to create a collection in 1 month just so I could have a fashion show. And it was mostly just a collection of graphic tees. When I got a bit bored of just doing graphic tees, I started learning more about cut and sew and design, and that's where I am today. The collection I'm showing at African Fashion Week Toronto is actually a bit of a retrospective. So it's not just one collection. So it has the Masquerade collection in there, it has the Afrotropolis collection, and it has the Marrakesh collection. And but what I've done is I have revisited these collections, and I've added extra pieces that reflects more what I'm trying to do right now, but still using the same themes that they were originally created for. But inspiration is all over the place. So for example, Masquerade is inspired by African Masquerade and Caribbean Carnival. Marrakesh is named after a city in Morocco where I was inspired to create a collection. And Afrotropolis is a bit of a mixture of different inspiration, but Afrotropolis was an imaginary collection made in the future.
When you hear the kick, 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 here comes Big Man Jazzy, original producer. Excuse me, I'm a LA. Keep rocking like that too. Here comes the WC, original Black Diamond. Excuse me, I'm a LA. Keep rockin' like that, oh.
Yeah, she said make a wife but I get too many girls I know feel life and I did die for anything what you want.
So this African Fashion Week in Toronto is actually the first one that's ever been done in the city, and I'm really excited to be a part of it. It's an amazing opportunity and a platform that simply did not exist when I started 10 years ago. And I think it's fantastic that up-and-coming designers of African origin can design with a platform in mind or have something to aspire to. And of course, nothing stops them from taking part in many other fashion shows, but there is a movement happening with these African aesthetics, and it's nice to have a place to show this kind of stuff. I'm also excited to see where it goes. Like I said, it's just the first one. I'm looking forward to seeing them attract even higher caliber designers, really do it in the heart of the city, and just up the production quality of the show. I think they're starting from a pretty high level, so there's really nowhere to go but up from here.
The way you moving your body, the way you carry baby G, I Jojo. I like the way you pushing your body, the way you put it down.
It's been a blessing to look back at 10 years of my work and to see how far I've come as a designer. Every year, each of those 10 years, every year has been a learning experience for me. As I have no formal education in fashion, I've had to pick up stuff on my own, sometimes by accident. Right now, I am definitely where I wanted to be 10 years ago. So now it's about figuring out the next 5 years and the next 10 years, and being able to position myself fully to incorporate everything that I have worked in the past. So being able to present myself as a fully realized artist, working in music, working in film, working in fashion, and just working in art in general. And those are the kind of projects that I am really looking forward to, where I can incorporate all these elements. And also the business side of fashion. So for me, that means having a flagship store soon, or expanding into different markets, doing different types of collaborations with bigger brands and retailers. And I don't really know what the future holds, but I'm very open to whatever it is, and very excited and looking forward to it.
I'm Chinedu Ukabam, and you've been watching me on CUCONATION, home of the creatives.